that ignition upgrade is fantastic. Well, how's it going, JDM crew? Welcome back to another inventory video, and as you might be able to tell from the dash here, well, we happen to be sitting inside a S15 Silvia. And so yes, we've gotten another one recently. Actually, we've gotten a couple. They're pretty nice. You guys are going to like it. So definitely stay tuned on our next couple of videos. And this one's got quite a few mods to it. It's a little bit more subtle though. Well, okay, maybe not for the color. The color's subtle in its own way, but it's definitely not what you would expect to see a Silvia colored. It's kind of like a coffee or a greenish thing. I don't know, it depends on the angle. I forget what the color code is for that one, but it's pretty cool. Interior wise, well, we've got this nice old spacious Spec S interior. Nothing too crazy here. All the typical Silvia amenities: climate control, stock audio system. But unlike usual Spec S's, I happen to have a 6-speed transmission right here. So it has been swapped, and unlike a usual Spec S, I'm hoping it picked that up because it's definitely spooling up real nicely. This thing's actually really modified in various ways. Not too crazily though. I'm talking about like reliability upgrades, better ignition. Yeah, we do have a turbo on it. It's not crazy tuned. We have a good intake and exhaust there. We've got HKS bringing in the filtered air, and nice coilover suspension. We're riding on Meisters, so some pretty good wheels there. We don't have spacers, so we have proper offset all around. And man, okay, so hold on a second. Picks up really nicely. I caught up like really quickly there. So as you can see, this definitely spools up nicely. And there we are, cruising along in 6th on the highway here. It's about 11 Celsius, as that sign says right there. So was that in the low 60s Fahrenheit? Yeah, it's like 50s or 60s. So it spools up really nice and quick. The response is really what gets me on this. I mean, for the build that they did to it, it looks so subtle, but it runs so smooth. Yeah, definitely. Response is one thing that you'll notice really quickly about this one. I used to have an S14 back in the day in the States, so yeah, I had the old truck motor, a good old KA. And that one was interesting, but what happens is with the OEM Nissans is that there is a slight, whenever you actually hit the accelerator, it'll retard the timing just a little bit before it picks back up. And I'm not getting that on this at all, so whoever tuned it, fantastic job. So yeah, like when I hit that, hear that flutter. Oh, it's beautiful. So yeah, I mean, so it's not like crazy horsepower, but the response on this is really nice. It does feel a little better than stock. Just it's just built really nicely overall. So yeah, once we get over to the warehouse, I'll show you guys around on the exterior and the interior a little bit. You'll just see this isn't all that exciting. The excitement's in the engine bay right there, but having the good suspension on here and the reliability upgrades, just getting that response up just makes this feel really nice overall. That's the one thing that I'll probably be raving about, is definitely the response on this. But the suspension, nice and solid here. And with the slightly wider tires, it's not bad at all. You know, it's staggered setup, so I got a little wider in the back, so nice and firm. And even when I accelerated back there, it's not slipping. It's just all in, all acceleration. Really nice though. Just absolutely solid though. A lot of fun. Bravo to whoever did this. So yeah, let's head over to the warehouse and I'll show you guys around. I'll see you there. Let's fast forward. And here we are looking at the dash. Looking pretty good overall, no cracks or anything. It's not that old, but you know, it is older. And here we go with the mileage. And here we have the climate control and the OEM audio system there. What isn't OEM here? We do have that 6-speed transmission, which I can't focus on. There we go. So this is an actual swap. Interior's looking good overall. This is a Type S, and so you can see the dash is not as detailed as the Spec R. And I'll just step out real quick here so you guys can see. Headliner's looking good. Same with the driver's seat, just minor wear there on the little side support, but overall it's not torn or anything, or not discolored. And here we are with the rear seats there, so decently spacious, but if you're on the tall side you might not want to be sitting back there. And there we go with the OEM steering wheel, which is in pretty good shape actually. And let's have a look here at the exterior. And here's what I meant about the color. It's rather interesting. I'd say it's kind of like a coffee color. I think it's like a type of green or brown, depending on how you're looking at it. And as you can see there, we don't have the front mount intercooler. It's actually right there. So it's in the OEM location. So it's the smaller one. A little bit less volume, so it's pretty responsive. Spools very quickly. So you definitely have minimal lag. And since it's not really crazy tuned or anything, it's just really smooth. And here we are with the Meisters. And these do not have spacers on it, so it is proper offset to keep it flush. Yeah, overall really nice condition on this aftermarket color. And yeah, I do want to emphasize that this is proper fitment on here. So that is the rear disc, and it is up against the wheel itself. So this is a 245. We have a 226 up front. So staggered setup, but being a little bit wider and a slight camber to it, this thing handles extremely well. So really good. That's not extreme on the camber, so when you're cornering, it's actually really nice. And it's very streetable. No trouble at all while driving on the road. So, you know, sometimes when you get too wide or the offset's too crazy, sometimes it could be a little bit more difficult. And also it could be harder on your power steering system if it's not set up properly there. And here we go with the shaved look. We don't have any badges there. But we do have this nice lip spoiler. I think it keeps a nice low profile there. I know some people want either a bigger wing or no wing, so this is kind of in between there. Kind of helps. This keeps it a little more streamlined. And of course, GP Sports exhaust. And as you can see on the tires, plenty of tread, so this thing is in really great shape. Definitely pretty fresh all around. So let's go dive into the engine bay and I'll show you guys what's going on up here. And here we are. Really good looking engine bay here. And so, yeah, we just have some improvements over stock there. We do have the coilovers. As you can see there, fully adjustable. The turbo manifold, I believe that's equal length. I have to double check on the spec, but very, very quick and smooth spool up. And having a little bit less volume instead of a gigantic front mount, we do have the OEM one here, just with some better plumbing. But still very effective on giving it a little cooler air charge. And we do have the upgraded ignition system, so we got better coils there. And it's extremely responsive, so really like that. And the HKS filter here, which is a staple for those wanting high flow. And while we do have the OEM radiator, if you'd like to get that upgrade, just let our guys know and they could probably source one for you. And talk with our guys and get one from a brand of your choice. So yeah, really nice overall, just styled nicely. And a lot of the supporting hardware that's necessary right there. And don't forget to reference that number here for this one. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna go pop into the trunk real quick to show you guys around. And as you expect from an S15, plenty of room in the trunk. If you want to have a sub in there, or if you just want to take these out and reduce the weight, you can always do that too. You have the spare here. You have a couple of tools right there. Sound deadening. And then as soon as I fix this properly, show you guys the jack on the side here. So there you go. And so that's in there nicely. Yeah, so you pretty much got everything. Nice and easy. So yeah, it does have a little bit of spring force on there, so as soon as you open that up, it's good to go. Well, alrighty, there you go. Another beautiful Silvia coming through. Hey, if you're interested in this or any other vehicles, make sure to email our sales team, info@jdm-expo.com. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We got you covered. If you're looking for any info about the process, or you're looking for something a little more or less modified, or if you'd like something custom, just let us know. We got you covered. Make sure to keep those JDM dreams alive, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We've got a few more, so just a few new arrivals. We'll see you next time.